Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, Space Nomad. In this series I will be reviewing some of the space books that I read, starting with this book, The New Right Stuff, Using Space to Bring the Best Out of You, written by Loretta Hidalgo Whitesides. So this book, The New Right Stuff, written by Loretta, just to give you an idea about Loretta and her background. Loretta studied astrobiology at Stanford and Caltech. These are some of the best top schools in the US. She worked at the astronaut office in Houston, Texas. She'd done research with NASA in the Canadian Arctic. She even dove into the deep of the ocean, in the bottom of the ocean, with Titanic producer James Cameron to film Aliens of the Deep. She's been involved with the X Prize. She flew 100 zero-G flights with Zero Gravity Corporation when she was flight director. She's been involved in founding of SGAC, also known as Space Generation Advisory Council. If you're someone, a young professional or a student, especially that is enthusiast about space, or a space enthusiast, then you definitely have heard of Space Generation Advisory Council, also known as SGAC. I've been involved with them myself. So these are some of the amazing things that Loretta has done. And with this book, The New Right Stuff, her main focus is to bring the best out of you, both professionally and personally. So some of the areas that Loretta focuses on is how to improve yourself, how to be the best version of yourself, and also like where to start with your mission, where you are, how to, for example, dream big, but also looking at things like your passion and sharing that with the world, because that's also very important. And that's something that I also realized over the years, how important that is, because everyone is unique in their own ways and everyone brings some value to this world. And sharing your experiences, your expertise can bring new ideas, new innovations, etc., etc. So these are some of the things that Loretta talks about in this book. She also talks about things like how to deal with imposter syndrome, which is quite interesting, because I think everyone in the space industry or in any industry has dealt with imposter syndrome at some point in their life. She gives this great example of NASA astronaut Mae Jemison, who was the first African American woman to go to space. Loretta gives this example where NASA astronaut Mae was talking to a small group of female engineers and advising them how to deal with imposter syndrome. And Mae Jemison, NASA astronaut, was telling those young ladies to be like a cat. Now we all know how cats are and how confident they are, especially when they are in a room. They always walk like they deserve to be in that room. And this is how some of the ways that Loretta gives examples of how to deal with imposter syndrome that others have dealt with. So this book talks about a lot of personal journeys that Loretta has gone through, that she also advised others how to deal with it, and also how to overcome your own dark side, your own shortcomings, how to deal with criticism, failure, not to take things personally, be kind, also be very be very careful with how you word things and how you use your words. For example, things like us versus them mindset that divides people, or the I, or me, myself, and I thinking. So these are some of the things that Loretta talks about in this book, and also she preaches and gives her own experiences. She even has her own foundation, I think, or organization that she calls SpaceKind, that she's running now, I think, in Los Angeles. So it's very interesting to see how, with her experience, someone that has been involved in the space industry for a while and has done so many amazing things, shares her experience. And this is what I was thinking also, to share my experiences with you guys and reading this book, and how it can potentially also help you with dealing with some of the challenges that you might face, especially if you are in the space industry, and how to go about it. And also, like, be patient, because in life, obviously, great things take time. So if your vision or dream is not happening as of right now, don't give up yet. You are going on the right direction. You just need to have a little bit more patience and put in work, and take more actions. Some of the things Loretta also talks about in this book is analysis paralysis, which a lot of us, especially with big dreams, have. We tend to overthink to the point we might get even anxiety, or we might freeze. So it's good to not overthink too much, but take action, because that's the remedy for overthinking. I've seen that happening also with myself, where when I want to do something like that I really have been dreaming about for a while, I sometimes fall into the situation where I freeze a little bit, thinking like, I'm thinking about how I'm going to do it, I'm overthinking it, but action is also required. So, and action also helps you. Once you take the action, you learn like what works, what doesn't work, and it takes also that anxiety away, because now you know that you've seen, like, taking some actions, what results it gives, and how you can build from there on. So these are some of the main topics that Loretta talks about in this book, and I'll be also more than happy to connect with Loretta. I'll definitely will try to reach out to her and see how we can spread kindness and also uplift each other, especially in the space industry, and make great things happen. If you have any other further questions or advice, or any other things you would like to ask about this book, feel free to ask, or also feel free to reach out. I will also review more space books in the future. So yes, the first book now reviewed is The New Right Stuff, written by Loretta Hidalgo Whitesides. Thank you very much for listening, and I will be reviewing more books in the future, and please feel free to like, subscribe, and follow this channel, especially if you want to see more space books reviewed. Thank you very much.